Hello, beautiful people. My name is Kathy, traveling with Charity, and I travel part-time with my babies, Hope, Faith, and Cassie. Well, I'm on my way to work, first of all, and I don't want to go. Today I just didn't want to go. I wanted to continue working around the house and outside and all that good stuff. But anyway, I've decided to make this video about how I became debt-free. And at first I was gonna do be at my desk and have all the information and papers and all that kind of stuff, but I didn't want it to seem formal, and not only formal, but I didn't want anyone to take it as such a task that you would fail at doing it, like I did a couple of times actually. And before I get into it, I want to tell you that I'm telling you my story. I'm not a professional. I didn't go to school for becoming debt-free, and I didn't get a certificate or anything like that. This is what I did to become debt-free. And the last time I tried and I was successful, it was like playing a game. It was so much more exciting than being professional and at the desk and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I decided to do it on a ride, going to work. So the first thing that I did when I became debt-free is I found out where I was. Oh, before I even say that, I did look into a professional to get me debt-free, or to help me to get debt-free. And my personal opinion was that it was another debt. It was another debt that I had to pay somebody a monthly payment on getting debt-free. So I was going to add to the debt, and then I decided, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it myself, and I'm going to figure this sucker out. So what I did first is that I found out where I was. And what I mean by that, I found out what all my debts were. I contacted the IRS. The IRS telephone number is totally different practically in every state. So you just got to look it up. I contacted the IRS, and they sent me all my debt, everything that was on their record that I supposedly owed. So when I got that piece of paper, I was highlighting and circling and all kinds of stuff, and made a copy. I made several copies. First of all, I made several copies of them because I knew I was going to be highlighting and circling the debts and all that stuff. And there was one in particular thing that it didn't look familiar to me. So I disputed it. So when I disputed it, they took it off my credit. That was no more something that I owed or anything like that. So if you, or when you get all your debt in writing, and I really propose the IRS, because they're the ones that will make you try to pay. If something doesn't look right, dispute it, but you have to do it. I had to do it in writing, and I'm sure you would as well. So I did it all in writing, and I told them that this is not my debt, unfortunately, and I would love for you to take it off my credit. So it took maybe 2 months or maybe even 3, and it fell off my credit. And I was like highlighting and writing and circle, no longer confirmation numbers and everything that was going on in that debt. So the second thing, or the third thing that I did, was I looked for the smallest thing that I owed. I think the smallest was $230 something. Then it went up to $500. Then it went up and up and up and up. So I tackled the smallest one, meaning I did not stop paying on the ones that was delinquent or and I still owed. I kept paying, but I paid only the minimum. I paid only the minimum until I got one credit card totally zeroed out balance. And once I got that one credit card zero balance, oh my God, it felt so good. Then I went to the second highest, but remember, I kept on paying all the other bills that I had. The ones that I didn't pay monthly were the ones that were totally delinquent. They were closed, and they were like, girl, we're not even letting you pay. You know, the creditor's gonna get your butt. So those are the ones I didn't pay. But the ones that kept sending me bills, those are the ones that I paid, monthly paid. And remember, I only paid the minimum, but I paid huge chunks of the smallest ones going forward. And I kept doing that until I no longer had any credit. And it takes, no credit. I keep saying credit. I don't know why I'm saying credit. But debt. I didn't have any more debt on my credit that it was payable, but I had tons of debt that was still on my credit, and they weren't sending me the bills, but it stayed on my credit until I paid the bills. So with those, what I did was I wrote them a letter. I said, hey, listen, and I mean, I was more professional. I didn't go, hey, listen, girl, let me tell you. No, what I did was I was very humble, and I said, this is what I could afford. Is there any way that I can start making payments on that amount? Some of them, and when I wrote these letters and typed them out and printed them out, I wrote the exact same thing on each of my debt, but I just, changed the names of whatever it was. So what I did was, when I wrote that letter, the ones that were like a lot of money, like the $10,000, the $9,000, that kind of stuff, and you may not even have that much debt like I did, I wrote them all letters and said, hey, listen, I know I owe you this money, but I can't afford it, blah, 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 blah. Now, some of them agreed. Some of them wrote me back and was like, listen, I see you owe $10,000, and if you can pay it all right now, I will take off the $5,000. Well, hell, I couldn't pay that all right now either. So I negotiated again. And some of them, they took half of them off. Some of them, it was so old that they just like zeroed them out. And, but let me just say this. It took me about almost a year to like totally be debt free. And number one, it's not that I had to pay it off in a year, or I did pay it off in a year. It wasn't that at all. What it was is that it takes so long for the IRS to catch up with all your payments and your debts and all that kind of stuff. So it took, like, I want to say 4 to 6 months for it to actually be cleared on my account. But this was, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, so it may be different now. Within 4 or 5 years ago, it just took a little longer for it to clear in my credit. And once I paid off everything, I just felt even more free. And I was living in the van when this all happened. I was, not my van, my RV. When this all happened, I was living in the RV, and I became debt-free in the RV. So this was like 5 years ago, I want to say, 5, even maybe 6 years ago, that I have been debt-free. Things can probably be a lot easier than it was 5 or 6 years ago. But these are the steps that I took. Number 1, see where you're at. Number 2, pay off the lowest first, but still keep paying on the ones that are sending you a bill, not the ones that you are, the accounts closed and all that stuff. Then number 3 or 4, then you start working on your accounts that are totally closed and they don't want to hear nothing from you. And then start writing the letters to help you find out if they will decrease your payment, settle out your payment. Some of them do, like I said, they settle it out and said, you know what, it's been too long, it's gone, and we're going to take care of that with the IRS. And then once you have cleared everything and you're debt free, have them send you another thing for your debt to see where it's at. I mean, when I saw that everything said 0, it was just so cool just to see that. The zero balance, nothing on my credit, excuse me, nothing on my debt. It was just absolutely wonderful to see that I owe no one, not a soul. And I wasn't even thinking about my credit scores or anything like that. I just really wanted to pay everything off and just be free from my debt. And I gotta tell you that what the strategy that I use to become debt free, that's how most of the companies that help you and assist you to become debt free, they do the same way. But they do it in one lump sum. You pay them one lump sum, and trust and believe, part of that lump sum, it goes to them. So, I mean, you can do what you want to do, but that's exactly how they do it as well. And they distribute all the money, but they pay the lowest one first, and they go up and up and up, but they want your whole lump sum at one time. And sometimes they were ridiculous. They want $400 or $500 every month, and that's just like a car pay. Well, no, sometimes car payments are even more than that. But yeah, that's how I did it. And then the other thing that I did was I opened another account. Not a credit card or anything like that. I opened an account with a bank. And that was just another savings. And what I did was every month, every time I got paid, every week, I got paid weekly. Every week, I put money in it. And if I couldn't afford like what I usually put in, because I was putting in $40, $50 a week, I promised myself, even if I can't afford that, I was going to put in $25, $10, $5. Every week I put something in the bank. I don't care what it was. And I had a checking already, and I had a savings, and then I opened up another savings. And this savings was for everything I just told you. I saved $25. I saved, my goal was to save $50 a week, but some weeks I couldn't do it. So I had to put something in. So I suggest that once you're paying stuff off, and you just start saving. Just start saving $5 and $10. I even did a 401k, and people have, I don't know, 401ks are like a little bit iffy nowadays. I mean, I know, I think it was back in 2000 something, 2008, where the home crash hit, and lots of people were losing their homes, and a lot of people lost everything in their 401ks. I didn't. I was pretty blessed not to lose anything in my 401ks. But now the 401ks, I think, are a little bit different. You know, it's just, I don't know. But anyway, I did do 401ks for many years. I still have money in 401ks, and I'm thinking about taking it all out to, just cause you never know what the heck's gonna what's gonna happen. But I'm so afraid to, I know I'm going off the whole thing, but I'm so afraid to take the 401k out because they are full of crap. Let me tell you. And I think it's, I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's the government or whatever. You borrow on your own money, right? If you want to borrow some money from your 401k, say you want to take $500 out to borrow on your 401k, you don't get the whole $500. You pay taxes getting it out. So that's one time they tax it. Then when tax time comes around, you have to pay on it again. So you pay 2 times on that $500. What kind of crap is that? That just doesn't make sense. It seems like you should just pay one time taxes on that $500. But okay, I digress. But the importance that I want to really, really emphasize is the saving part. Saving. I mean, if you don't trust banks, have some safe in your house. I don't care. But you don't touch it. You do not touch it. Not at all. Not even for emergency. You pretend like it's not there. It's just not there. You don't have anything. That's it. That's it. That's all. You know? This is for a rainy day. This is for a serious rainy day. This is for taking yourself on a vacation. This is money that you enjoy, not spend because of a bill. Just try to do it. Make it fun, you know? Make it so much fun. That's why I didn't want to, like I said earlier, I didn't want to do it at a desk and with my glasses and all that stuff. Make it fun. Make this fun of getting debt free and saving money. Even if it's $5, even if it's $5 a week, or however you get paid, every 2 weeks or every month, it doesn't matter. Seriously. I mean, it feels so good to not owe anybody. And trust me, when I say I'm debt free, I'm not talking about my cable bill, my hotspot, my cell phone, those are, and food and all that stuff. My debts came from loans and credit cards and just, that kind of stuff. So I do still pay bills, of course, but it's nothing that that is on my credit, and I do have really good credit. I really do, and it's only been like 5-6 years that I had. Well, no, I've had good credit for a long time, but I still had debt. But now I don't have any debt. Everything is paid for. My car is paid for, my RV is paid for, my shed is paid for, everything that I own. If I can't buy it, if I can't buy it right out, I guess I don't need it. I guess I don't need it. But then again, you never know. Like, one of these days I might want to buy a truck like Anthony, so I can bring my own supplies to my home, or bring my own stuff whatever I get to my own home, instead of having to ask someone else to do it for me. So, and you never know. But anywho, I hope you guys got a lot out of this, because I really, really, really want everybody to be debt-free. Everybody to be debt-free. It's just too freeing and stress-free. Stress-free. I don't know how many times I used to have people calling my house. Is this Kathleen Davis? Yes. This is so-and-so and so-and-so. The credit, oh God, I would just hang up, or I would lie and say I'll pay next week. And then thank God for caller IDs, because I'm looking going, okay, I don't know this person. I ain't getting ready to answer it. That kind of stuff. Running from them, and it's just so much better. And it's just crazy how now that I'm debt free, you don't even understand how many people want me to have their credit card. Yeah, right. I'm not getting ready to do that. And then some credit cards are like, I still have lots of credit cards, and I don't, well, yeah, I do have a lot of credit cards, but they're all zero balance. And there was one credit card that sent me a letter saying, it's our policy, our new policy, that if you don't use your credit card within a year, we will cancel your credit card. That's the word. We will cancel your credit card. So, hell, I needed a new pillow, so I bought a pillow and then sent them the payment. And so if I need something, if they want to take away my credit cards, I just buy something on it, and then the same day I'm going to my bank and scheduling the payment for them. So, yes, that's how I do that. And the only reason why I do that is because the more credit I have, the higher my number is. What is it called again? I can't remember right now. My credit score number. So my credit score number is very high, and but it goes towards also how much credit you have, and all that good stuff. But anyway, I'm almost at work, you guys, and I want to thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you to the old subscribers, the new subscribers, and the subscribers to come. You guys are the bomb diggity. Really are. Make it a great day.